Most people believe memory is proof. If you remember something clearly, it feels unquestionable, solid, reliable. But memory is not evidence. It is not a recording. It is a reconstruction, and reconstructions are shaped by need, emotion, and identity. Every time you remember something, you are not accessing the past, you are recreating it. The brain does not store experiences whole. It stores fragments, emotional reactions, bodily sensations, impressions, and conclusions. The details you think you remember are often filled in later, guided by what you believe now. Memory feels stable because the reconstruction happens instantly and invisibly. What you remember is not what happened. It's what your mind decided it meant. This is why memory is so persuasive. It feels personal, intimate. You trust it because it feels like you. But that trust is misplaced. The mind edits memories to protect identity and emotional coherence. Accuracy is secondary. Consistency is the priority. Consider how arguments work. Two people can walk away from the same conversation absolutely certain the other person was wrong. Each remembers different words, different tones, different intentions. Neither is lying. Both are reconstructing the event in a way that protects their self-image. One remembers being attacked, the other remembers being misunderstood. Memory quietly chooses a side. This happens constantly. Your subconscious uses memory as a prediction tool. It asks, what happened last time, and uses the answer to decide how to act now. If a memory ends in embarrassment, the body prepares for avoidance. If it ends in rejection, the body braces for distance. The conclusion matters more than the facts. That conclusion may not even be true. Emotion is the strongest architect of memory. Events paired with fear, shame, or validation are encoded more deeply because they feel important to survival. Neutral details dissolve. Over time, the emotional residue becomes the memory itself. This is how identity forms. You don't remember your life objectively. You remember a curated storyline that supports who you believe you are. Confident people recall moments of competence. Insecure people recall moments of failure. The same life can produce entirely different internal histories. Memory doesn't ask, what is true? It asks, what fits? This is why childhood memories are especially unstable. Early experiences are filtered through limited understanding, then reinterpreted repeatedly as you grow. A moment that once felt like abandonment may later be remembered as independence, or the reverse. The event stays the same. The meaning mutates. And each mutation reshapes behavior. Think about someone who believes they were always ignored growing up. That belief becomes reinforced by selective memory. Moments of attention fade. Moments of neglect are replayed. Over time, the memory hardens into an identity. I am invisible. New experiences are interpreted through that lens, strengthening the loop. The memory didn't just reflect reality, it created it. Memory is also altered by repetition. The more often a story is told to yourself or others, the more stable it feels. Details smooth out, confidence increases, doubt disappears. This is why people can be deeply certain about memories that are objectively wrong. Familiarity feels like truth. Language plays a role too. The words you use to describe an experience change how it is stored. Saying I failed embeds a different emotional weight than saying I learned. Over time, language shapes memory, and memory shapes self-concept. This has unsettling implications. If memory is constructed, then parts of your personality are built on interpretations that may no longer be accurate or never were. Reactions you think are just who you are may be responses to outdated conclusions your mind refuses to release. Memory is not malicious, it is efficient. It sacrifices precision to maintain a coherent sense of self. But coherence can become a cage. When memory is mistaken for truth, the past becomes a silent authority dictating the present. Understanding this does not erase the past. It loosens its grip. When you realize memory is a reconstruction, not a verdict, you gain distance. You begin to question which stories you're repeating and why. You see that some memories are habits, not facts. The past still influences you, but not because it is fixed. It influences you because you keep rebuilding it the same way. And once you notice that, something shifts. Memory stops being a prison, it becomes a draft.